Hey, we're going to see how we made this classic style set of this chest of drawers with flush drawer fronts, 100% pull-out drawers, made from pine, little wheels on the bottom. Stay tuned because that's what we're going to do today. Good morning and welcome to another Memphis Monday 237. It's the 27th video of our 5th year, and today we got a diet report number 2. Here's my current weight loss. As you remember, last week we made a chow bunker for our Nutri-Systems diet, and actually a little story involved with that, and I'll go into that in a second. But today we're going to make a chest of drawers in addition to that, so we've got a lot to do. So let's knock off the chit chat and get to doing some of that stuff. Remember last week we built this chow bunker. The idea was to put our breakfast, lunch, snack, and dinner in it, but my wife found a good use for it as a potato bin and a utility cabinet. So offline, what I did is I built another one. This one has 5 chambers, built just like the other one. Got snacks in here, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And what I like about this Nutri-System deal is that I don't have to know anything or do anything. All I have to do is go in here. There's my breakfast. Go in here. Here's my lunch. Go in here, and here's my dinner. So, and then I even get a snack. But we're not going to do dieting all day. Today we're going to finish the drawers on this chest of drawers here. Now, we're actually going to make the drawers a little bit different than we normally do, and let me show you what I mean. To speed things along, I've gone ahead and built the case, since the main thing I want to get across today is how to put drawer fronts that are recessed. They're even with the face front. Here you can see what I'm talking about. You can see how this drawer front here is on top of the face frame of the cabinet. What we want to do is have it even, be recessed back in there so they're even with this face frame. You can see what I'm talking about here on this file cabinet. When I pull this drawer out, and then when I close the drawer front is flush with the face of the cabinet. Here's another example. You can see here's the face frame of the cabinet, and our drawer front is flush with that face frame, and that's the look we're going for. Now our drawers, all of them will be 31 5/8, and our boxes will be 7 3/4 tall, and the top one up here will be 4 1/4. So let's cut those box pieces. I've already pre-cut the stock for our boxes. This is the 7 3/4 box. This is the 4 1/4 box. You notice that I already got the dado, 1/4 inch dado in the material. If you remember on some of our other drawers episodes, I cut this dado after I cut them to size. And the only thing I can think is I hadn't decided how I was going to put the bottoms in when I cut them to size, because it's much easier just to cut them all at one time. I got the stock finish cut out for our drawers. Let me show you the kind of drawers we're going to be building. Here's a sample drawer from one of our other projects. You can see there's a dado that runs all the way around. That corresponds to this dado here. But the dado doesn't run all the way around. The back piece here is cut off right at the dado so that the back slides in and then it's nailed along here. So what we need to do is, on all the backs, we need to cut them off right at the dado. Here I've got the wood set up here, and you can see that what I'm doing is running the saw blade right up against this lower end of the dado and just taking the dado out and leaving that ridge. I'll go ahead and nail these things together. I'm just putting them together with butt joints. Now you can see on this back, see how the back only comes up to the bottom of the dado, so the back will slide in there. Finished here. Now let's start worrying about the bottoms. Now what you want to do is cut the width in a single sheet of plywood and then cut off your lengths, because you can adjust the lengths. But I can't do that here because the width here of these pieces is 30 and 7/8, which means that that's more than a half a sheet of plywood, and so I'd be wasting a half a sheet of plywood by doing it that way. So I'm going to have to cut the width out of long strips and then cut these widths here individually. Before I nail that heifer up, let's see if it's going to fit in here. I fixed that sound issue. Well, sound's still not good, but it's not echoey. I'm not exactly sure what the problem is. I changed cameras in my Wi-Fi microphone speaker doesn't work anymore, or doesn't work in the new camera for some reason. Well, we got the boxes installed. Next thing we have to do is put our drawer fronts on. They're going to be made from pine, single boards. So let's get to it. Now we're going to measure the length. Only about an 1/8 inch gap at either end. So this is 32 5/8. So that'd be 32 3/8. So now what I've done is the drawer front is 32 3/8 inches long. So what I did is I measured over 16 3/16, and that's the center line of the box. And then I found the center of each half, and that's where the knobs are going to go. And I put these screws in, so now I can handle the in position just the way I want it. I got all the drawer fronts cut out. I smoothed over the edges a little bit. Now I'm going to put a little edge detail. You can see it right there on the bottom and top edges of each of the shelves. I do that on the router. I'll be using what's called a V-groove bit. You can see it's kind of a pyramid shape. It's got a little point. I just want to make, about a 1/16 of an inch channel in the top and the bottom of the drawer fronts. What I'm doing here is temporarily attaching the drawer fronts through the same holes that I'll be attaching the knobs. Just put screws down through there. What I'm doing is still in the drawers fronts. I'm attaching with these small pocket hole screws. I'm putting 6 in each drawer front because I'm afraid this solid pine will cup if I don't. Here you can see a little bit of that cupping. If you can, I'll put my probe in there. See how I can get my probe in there? I'll add those screws and see if we can draw it in. Well, that pretty much did the trick. I can't get my probe in there anymore. If it doesn't get any worse than that, we can live with it. Well, our project has turned out much nicer than I thought it would. Now it's time to put the top on it. I'm working on that now. The theme for this project is pine, so I'm putting pine trim around the edge of the top. This is the color we're going to be painting it. The color is called apricot. To the degree it comes out on your video. And a little top we made here goes on top. Okay, I guess we can do some painting. Well, I'm doing a little painting, but don't go away, because we still got to put knobs on the drawer fronts, and we're going to put wheels on it. And we'll also have the big reveal of the finished product. So we have plenty going on. There just won't be any takeaways on painting, because I don't like to paint. Not very good at it. And don't know much about it. As I say, I don't know anything about painting, but I will brag on this paint a little bit. Some paint my wife got. It's called it's from the Dixie Belle paint company. This color is apricot. It says it's chalk mineral paint. It's really great paint. I put it on. You know, this is just bare wood, no primer, no nothing. Hadn't even been sanded, and this paint covers it in one coat. Look there, one coat. So now I've checked my hole sizes, the bolt, my whole setup. So now it's just a question of checked everything out, so I can just detach them. And I got all my little knobs all preset. I checked to make sure they screw in. I got you know, everything ready, so I don't have to fool around. I'm putting these little wheels on here. I'm putting the screws into pine, but I'm still pre-drilling because I don't want it to crack anything. Tell you what, I'll put these drawers in and we'll take a look at it. Well, there we have it, our classic design pine dresser with 100% pull-out drawers. Flush drawer fronts. Wheels. Nice little detail on the drawers, but not overdone. With the glass knobs. I think it turned out all right. Well, that'll do it for Memphis Monday 235. Today we built this nice little pine classic style dresser. It's got the little wheels you see on those things. Everything's made out of pine on the front. Trim is pine, got some plywood in the back. Little kind of subtle trim up here. 100% pull-out drawers with our glass knobs. I think it turned out pretty good. I realized during the video that we've done a lot of these 100% pull-out drawers, but we never made a flat front set of drawers with using those. We usually we've made flat fronts, but we've never used those pull-outs. Well, anyway, like and favorite, share and comment on all the stuff you do on the internet. But most important, make sure you're back here next week for another exciting Memphis Monday. Thanks for playing along.